Hey there, it's Brittany, and I'm so excited to be doing this video because that means I am about to make some jewelry. So if you've been staying tuned to my channel, you would have seen the intro to my collaboration with Wendy Whitman, and we are doing an inspiration jewelry challenge. So for many of you who watch my channel, you might know that I've been in a slump for like the last 3 weeks. I haven't made any jewelry. So I'm so excited. I just grabbed a bunch of junk from my stash, and I actually have been trying to make something with these things for quite a while, and I'm going to just kind of do it today. Let me show you what I grabbed. There might be some pauses in this video if I need to go get more stuff, but here, I'll just put a tray down and then I'll show you what I grabbed and then we'll get started. So this video, I've done a couple other bead with me videos, but it's going to probably be long because I have no idea what I'm going to do yet. So, I mean, I know I'm going to make a necklace, but I don't know what else I'm going to do. So, the things I'm going to be working with are some handmade, polymer clay beads made by yours truly. So, let me spill some out here. So, these I made when I was first learning, as can be evidenced by this crazy looking, horrible, what are these called? Lentil bead. It's a hot mess. Like, it's pretty colors, but it's definitely one of my first lentils. So we're not gonna be using that today. I made this, so I was in a swap for polymer clay pendants, and I made one before that looked kind of like this, but it was so much better than this one, and I ended up putting it in the swap, and I don't know why I did that, but so I remade one with these colors to make a necklace that goes with these beads, and that's what I'm going to be using today. I'm going to drill a hole in this and put a pinch bail in. I have to go find one, and I'm not the most organized right now, guys. Like, I am house hunting. I need to buy a new house, and it's a hot mess. I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment since I moved here, and it's filled with beads. So I'm not going to be using this. This was a tester that I didn't like. I had some extras of these, but they would have been great spacers, but it looks like I only have 1 purple and like 3 teal. So maybe I'll leave these around just so I can like grab them if I need them. I'm not going to be using this snail bead. It's kind of funky looking, but not today. And then these are bigger beads that I would put on maybe like sari silk or something. I'm not going to use those. So that leaves me with a ton of these textured beads, which I'm really excited to use. Oop, here's another one that I'm not going to be using, but it's cool. So the camera's so far out because I'm going to have a bead board out, and I don't want to keep messing with the camera, but I'll pull these up to show you guys what they look like. Aren't they fun? So purple, teal, green, turquoise-y colors, my favorites. Of course, you guys know the name of my channel is Turquoise.Street. So, oops, there goes one. And then, so these are so fun, and they're like they're pearlized, so they have sheen to them. So these are going to be like the focals. This will be the pendant. Even though it's kind of choppy, I still really like it, and it looks handmade. The one I gave away was way better, and I'm kind of mad at myself for doing that, but here's the other side. I don't like that side as much. So I'll show you how to drill a hole once we get to the pendant part, but if you watch my channel, you'll know that I did a really fast cleanup the other day because my thermostat was broken and the guys had to come in to fix it, so I didn't want beads everywhere. So I have to find my drill. I have to find the pinch bails, so there'll be a couple pauses. But anyway, there's our pendant. And we have a couple different sizes. So I have these bigger beads, maybe 20 millimeter, I'm not sure. They're probably like 14 millimeter, 12 or 14 millimeter. And then these have 2 different types. So there's like a fatter bead. They're the same size bead, but the ribbons are 2 different sizes. So I'm not sure. I'm probably going to go with the fatter ones because these bigger ones have the same ribs. But aren't these fun? Like, don't those make you, they kind of remind me of like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory or something crazy like that. And you know, this is my favorite line. I just want to eat them. So those are the polymer clay focals that we'll be using today. And then I got out a bunch of crystals. I don't know how much of these I'm going to use. I don't know which ones I'm going to use, but here are the crystals that I'm thinking of using. So we have these. I got these in Tucson. Oh, they're so shiny. They're like mirror silver. I have these beautiful purple crystal rondelles. And then I have these huge teal AB crystals. They're ginormous. Probably almost the same size as these beads. So we have those. I'm gonna put them back in here actually. And then I also have some other teal crystals that are smaller. I don't know how, oh yeah, these match. Well, they at least match these, but they don't have the AB. So I have some bicones. I think these are 8mm bicones. You know, those might be 6. I think they're 8mm. And then I have some same color crystal cube crystals. So those are the beads that I'm going to be using. I think I'm going to do a stranding project. And then I wish I had some rondelles in the teal. I probably do because, come on, I love crystals, but I don't feel like digging for them, and I would absolutely have to dig. So here is just one of the ways I hold some of my bead caps. Sorry, I can't fit this whole thing in the screen. I got this from Walmart. It's like $8 or $9. And then some of them are in, this is terrible. Don't use the way I organize things, but some of them are in baggies, and then some of them, if I have a lot, are in like their own little thing here. This needs to be all redone. All of my storage is going to be redone once I move. But I want to look and see if there are any bead caps that kind of jump out at me right away. These, I have used these on several different projects, so I don't know about those. I might need to run over, I have another drawer that has spacers and bead caps in it too. And I want silver, so kind of like, oh, these are cute. And they remind me, yeah, I really like those because they look like the swirls on the beads. So I would probably use those on the smaller beads, so I'm going to keep those out. Not those. Let's see if I have anything like similar. Ooh. So I'm going to go check my drawer in just a second, but I'm liking these. Yeah. Yep, I like those. Do they match? Not quite, but they still go together. Yep. Okay, so the problem is I don't have a ton of these, so maybe we won't be using a ton of these. All right, so we have our 2 different types of bead caps. Sometimes I like to have at least 2 types because I like to change it up. So then I use the same container for spacers. Y'all, this is very messy. Please don't organize like me. I don't like organizing like me. Oh, look, and we have clasps in with the spacers. So, let's see. I like these. Of course, they're open. Okay, so I'll grab these out. We'll grab some crystal spacers. These are a little small. I don't think I have a ton of bigger crystal spacers that are not tarnished. Like, spacer beads get tarnished so quickly. Like, these were silver and they look like they're gold now. I would use that on a gold bracelet. I always love these pumpkin spacers. I have some bigger pumpkin spacers. No, I don't want those. Okay, these are cute. I think I used these on one of the leather bracelets recently. All right, so I'm gonna grab these, and then these guys. Anything else? I think that's enough for now, and I can jump back in with these. No. I want something a little bit more delicate because these are all pretty bold. I have these. Yeah, we'll grab a handful of these. You never know, I might not use half this stuff, but it's nice having it out. This is how I create. I watched Wendy's video today. First of all, the necklace set she made, gorgeous, breathtaking, stunning. I loved those leaves she used, and that filigree was so gorgeous. I need to go to her website and take a look. Sorry about my dirty design board, but well, it serves a function. There's a really nice one I want on Etsy, but it's very expensive, so yeah, not right now. Anyway, Wendy, if you haven't watched her video, please go watch it. I'm going to link to her channel below, and I'll link to that video. I like design boards because they have all these little pockets. So these are going in there. These are going to go over here. And then I'll just keep these kind of in the middle. So let's see. I'm going to put this down, grab this board. This is how I create. I just grab junk and then kind of go from there. Most of the videos I've had up, I've had a solid design beforehand, but this is to get my inspiration flowing. So this is how I do it. If I am in a slump, this is how I get over it. So I'm just going to pour a bunch of stuff out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And we'll go from there. And you can always fast forward if this is not your thing. Feel free, please, please, please. But if you want to bead with me, listen to my nonsense. That's totally, I would be appreciative. So, all right, so I'm spilling out some beads here. I'm going to grab some of the bigger ones. How many are there? 6. I'm going to grab 2 more. And then I'm going to pull out the chunky ones. Oh, I only have 4 of the chunky ones, like this. The littler chunky ones. So, okay, so I'll put 4 out, and then I'll grab some of the other skinnier ones. I don't know what to call these, really. So I'll grab 4 of those, too. We'll see. Maybe I'll hate it. Maybe I'll love it. And then I'm putting the crystals. You guys might not be able to see those right there. And then my bead caps are gonna be, there are 2 pockets. You can't see, it's outside of the camera, right here and one on this side. So I'm gonna put the bead caps there so I can grab them. And then I have some crystals that I'm gonna, maybe I won't, yeah, I'm gonna spill them out. Better for me to see. I don't know that I'm going to use these because there's a lot of teal going on, but we'll see. All right. I do have some, I got this in Tucson like a year and a half ago. It's 35 cents a yard for 110 yards, so it's $4.50. It's my beading wire. I have some 0.8 millimeter stretch cord because I want to make a matching stretchy bracelet. And then I have, which is silly that I have these because I don't have any crimp beads out right now. I have a crimping tool, Xuron crimping tool, best crimping tool I've ever had. I'm not the best crimper, I will tell you that right now. So please, if you don't like my crimping, please keep your comments to yourself. We don't want to hurt my fragile feelings. And then I'll get some tools after I design it. I'm going to kind of just be placing some things in order, and that's how I go. Let me grab some scissors. I'm going to cut these apart. So I'm 15 minutes into this video, and we're just cutting card beads. Wow. Okay. So where did I put the pendant? The pendant's down here. I'm going to do it this way because here's the seam. So if I drill my hole here, the pinch bail part will cover up the seam. So we're gonna put that guy there. You know, you can't really see him. And then I have to think about there's gonna be a pinch bail here. I should probably go grab a pinch bail, but that'll come in a second. And then we're gonna have a couple beads right here on either side of the bail. I don't like that color right up against that, so that's not gonna work for me. Let me look in my spacer beads and see if I have a smaller spacer, or hey, we have two of these guys. And let me look see if I have two smaller spacers. Didn't I grab? Oh yeah, I did. Here they are. Here we go. I talk to myself quite a bit when I make jewelry, so it's probably not going to be any different from me talking to you. So if I start blabbering, please don't take offense. All right, so I like that. I'm gonna go on either side there. I wonder, this is gonna be a very shiny bracelet or necklace. Okay. All right. I know where I'm going with this. Okay, so we will grab another one of these for this side. This is gonna be an asymmetrical necklace. And then I want to crystal. Nope. There's going to be a lot of this going on. So this purple, I'm not loving it because it's not as bright as this, and that's okay. So you know what we're gonna do? We are not gonna be using these purple crystals. This happens to me every single time. So this is gonna be basically the main color is gonna be the teal. Let's see if I even let's see. Yeah, that's okay for now. Look at this. This bead is different. This one's kind of squished. So I don't know that you can tell that, but this one's smaller than these. Okay. Wow, this is gonna be shiny. I love shiny. Okay, so we're gonna go like that. And then I want to get some of these in there as focals, so nope, don't like that. All right. Sorry, I'm quiet. I'm thinking. Okay. This is going to be a pretty simple necklace, but it's going to make such a huge impact because of how awesome these colors are and how shiny it's going to be. So let's see here. We're going to have some bead caps around these guys. So I always put like enough next to the bead so I know when I'm stringing. All right, and then okay, so then we're gonna go 2 huge bead caps, and then a Mondo bead right here. 2 huge bead caps and a Mondo bead right here. And then we are going to do another one of these. And then we're going to do another one of these. Whoops, over here. So then I think we should repeat this pattern, but since I don't have any of these chunky ones, I'm going to use the skinnier ones. So that pattern was, do I want to use another melon bead? So it's looking like I'm probably not going to get the crystal spacers in here unless I can figure that out. All right, so we'll put this guy and this guy right here, and then this guy here and this guy here. And this necklace is so fun. I've been wanting to use these beads for a year, guys. Like a year. I can't believe I'm finally using them. And I'm so excited that I'm doing it with this challenge. And I didn't ask or, want to start this challenge just to be something that would be something that I won't use. Like, I'm going to use this necklace. It's amazing already. Okay, so all right. Do I want to use? I have to figure out. So we're using a melon bead. Yeah, I have to put melon beads in there. So one goes in here, here, there, and there. Okay, and then I'm not a huge fan of this right here. Like, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna make this okay. Because these, although they're the right color, they're not really what I'm looking for there. Oh, let's see. I really like that one. That one's fun. All right, let's get that guy out of there and get that guy out of there. And we'll put this one guy in there too. So do I like that? I don't. I mean, I do, but I don't. I think it's too much color. I need something solid there. But I already said I didn't like the bicone. Nope. Yeah, maybe I made up my own mind. That's what I do. I have to test things out just to make sure. Okay, so then we had, I want to change this guy out because he's too one color. Put this guy in there. Anybody else I want to change out? This guy. Put this guy in there. Okay. Nope. There we go. So there's the base of my necklace, the start. So then from here, I might change some things around. I told you, sometimes I grab stuff and I don't use it. I haven't touched these. I haven't touched these. Or these. See how we can fit in these crystal spacers. Yep. Anything to add a little bit of bling. Okay, and then, the only thing I have between these beads are the bead caps that will be surrounding this. So do I need something on here? I don't know. I don't think so. I think that'll be enough. And then what do I want to do going up the top of the necklace? Do I want to do bicones? Those are actually really pretty like that. I have to decide how long I want this to be. It's not going to be a very long necklace. So right now it's coming in at around 20. Actually, I don't know what this means. Maybe 21 centimeters. I'll have to get out my trusty dusty ruler. But let me go grab my drill and a pinch bail, and I will be right back. Oh my gosh, I just had a heck of a time trying to find my hand drill. Oh, all right. So, and of course it was on the table I'm working on, and I looked for 10 minutes everywhere else in my apartment. So this is what I was looking for. I have several drills. So I have this hand drill, and you can change out the bit. I have a Dremel, and I have a regular, like, big drill for woodworking. So this one I'm going to use today because it's fast. If I was doing a whole bunch of beads, I would use my Dremel. And I used my regular hand drill. If you just have a hand drill and you don't want to get a Dremel, you don't want to get this thing, use a regular hand drill. You can use that all the time. So here's the pinch bail I came up with. This is the only one in silver that I could find that would fit this pendant in my stash. If you guys know of a good place to get pinch bails, can you guys share in the comments, because I am in desperate need of some. So I'm trying to decide how far I want this to go down the pendant. And then I picked out a couple clasps, and I kind of wanted to bring them over here to see which one I like the best with what I have going on. So this one's from Jesse James Beads. It's a magnetic clasp. I was gonna say it doesn't go with the necklace, like the metals are different, but I don't care. It's so shiny and it's so pretty. So the only reason I wouldn't want to use this is because nobody would ever see it, and I want to use it in a necklace where people would see it. It's so pretty. Gosh, it really goes really well with it though. I think I'm gonna save this because I want to use it on like a front of a necklace at some point. Okay. And then I brought over these hearts. And this bamboo one. No, it's not bamboo, it's just silver. I think this is from Bargain Bead Box, maybe? I don't know. I like this. You know me and my toggles. Usually like them on bracelets more than on something like this. But okay, so that's a contender. It's very plain, but guess what? It's not going to be seen. And then we have this really cute heart. Going with the heart. So cute. Okay, so then I'll find a jump ring or something to hook that with. We could use this, but I like these toggles quite a bit, so I want to keep them as a set. And then, oh, there's a ring in here. How fortuitous. I'll just use this. Nice. Things are coming together, guys. Okay, so I have to figure out how far down I want to put my pinch bail, and I haven't used the pinch bail in a while, so I've never used one that looked like this. I want to say this one came in like a Candy Cooper box I got, but I truly don't know where this came from. I hate when that happens. Okay, so I have several options. I could pull it apart just a little bit more. I could make it come down very far onto the pendant, like down here, but I don't think I'd like that. And I don't want it to be like right up here because that would be silly. Sorry if you can't see. I think I'm going to do quite in the middle of the two. I want to try and cover up that seam a little bit. I think I'm going to make a little notch. I squeezed it a little so I can see where it goes. Pull it out, and then look, there's just the teeniest, tiniest mark right here, and that's where I'm going to drill. So let me put a bead mat over my project. so the shavings don't go into my beads. And then I'm going to put, this is kind of a big bit for that. You know what, I just don't want to go look for a different bit. Okay, so I'm going to put a notch there and take my drill. There are several different types of drill like this. Now I have to be careful with this pendant because it's made of several layers. It's not just like a flat piece that I'm drilling through. These layers can separate and then I do have a big old problem. Now I think I made this a little too far to the right for it to be covering up the seam, but it'll be okay. It's my necklace. Nobody but me will notice that, and now you guys. So it's a beautiful hole, and there we go. So let me see all the shavings. Just throw those in the trash. Sometimes I keep those and make them, put them in translucent clay, but I'm not going to do that right now. And it makes cute inclusions in the clay. So all you have to do is slip this into the bead or the pendant, whatever you want to call it, and squeeze. So I could glue that shut, but it's really not going to come undone. And like I said, look, I did it a little bit too far to the right, but again, I'm really going to be the only person who notices that. So here we go. We're going to put this right here. And then I'm going to grab my jewelry wire and start threading. And then we'll see how it goes. And if I like it, I'll figure out what to do in the back. And yeah, that'll be fun. Here, let me grab this. Okay. Kind of just put everything on the wire and then hold it up quite a bit. So trying to decide if I want, all right, so we'll put a melon on the end. Then we have our first bicone. I'm trying to decide if I want anything between, do I want melons between the bicones? See how that looks. Yeah, I think I like it. And I think, yep, I have enough melons. And of course I touch clay for 5 seconds and I have clay under my nails. And here we go. Bead cap. Yep, this side. It's looking really fun so far. All right, and I think, all right, we'll go here. My allergies must be kicking in today. My nose itches, and I coughed a little bit earlier, and I was like, what is this? I never get sick. So, okay, here we go. That's so pretty. It's so pretty. Okay, so then we're gonna go to our, sorry, I'm gonna let this go, and I'll bring it up later. So just let that kind of go wherever it wants. And then I'm just gonna bead the next section. We have our huge bead caps and our large focal. See how that looks in the bead cap. Uh-oh. Did I have an extra? I feel like I had an extra melon. All right, so what did I end up doing over here? Okay, so I missed a melon right there, and I think I missed a melon over here too. So let me take that off really quickly. Put a melon on either side of this crystal. I love it when beads are the inspiration. I didn't really have like a design in mind for this necklace. I mean, I kind of knew it was going to be strung, but I could have gone another way and done with like chain linking. So let me see if I like this, because I don't know if I'm gonna like this. Yeah, I'm missing a melon, so let me grab one. Okay, do we like this section? Well, that is very sparkly. Very silver and very sparkly. You know what? I like it. So I'm going to let it scoot down, and I'm going to look at it next to my other section. So the good thing is I put some in the, like these bicones in the back. If it ends up being too long, I'm going to take some of those bicones off. So here is what we have so far. And I would lay it out, but that would disturb everything. So, oh yeah. So actually, what do we think about this melon here in between these guys? Sorry. Kind of makes this a focal, and I don't know if I want this bead to be a focal. So I love how the melon like starts the process over here. So that means I would have to end it over here. But maybe not really. Okay, so I'm going to take that apart. Hold on one second, guys. I do this quite often. Okay, so if I didn't do the second melon and I just went right into this silver and then a bead cap, big boy bead, bead cap. Let's see how that goes. My microphone is getting in the way of my project. I'm getting tangled. I have a microphone permanently attached to my necklace. Okay, so this is, oh yeah, I like that a lot better. So instead of making the silver a focal, we're focusing more on the big boy bead. So I like that. So we'll put another crystal right here, which I should have had, but I don't know where he went. Maybe it's this one in the middle here. And then we would go into our melon ball and then into our repeating pattern again. Okay, I'm loving it. And now that, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the pattern and I think I messed it up again. Maybe this is why I was in a song. Okay, so let's see. I've got a lot going on here. It's very different doing this on camera than it is in person. So, all right. Yeah, I did that right. Okay, I thought I was losing my mind, but I did that right. Well, nope, I didn't do that right. So we don't have a melon ball here. We just go right into this guy again. Okay, I did not do that right. Part of me really, really, really wants to edit out this part, but meh. You guys can see my creative process, I guess. Sorry, it's blurry. So we have this guy. Our huge crystal. My light's dying. It's 5:43 here. Okay, and then we're gonna go, now I have to pull that down and then kind of look at the pattern again. Because even though I have everything laid out, like once it gets on the strand, it becomes completely different for me. Okay, so then we're gonna go, so I have to decide. No, okay. We're gonna put another crystal on there. And then I think at this point, I knew I wanted the melon. And then we had a couple crystal spacers. This little wonky bead. like this. Oh yes, I like how it gives it a little bit of bling. And then we have our focal. Now I want to double check because I'm not a huge fan of these things, because if you see it creates an issue. I think we're going to be okay because that melon ball goes in there. I almost want to just change it to a jump ring, but I'm going to leave it and then make sure when I strand it that gets settled in there. I hate these things because it happens quite frequently, especially when I'm using a thinner stranding material. Now, if I was using leather, the leather would fill that portion up and we wouldn't have an issue, but leather can't fit. I mean, I guess leather can't fit through the spacers I'm using. I could drill whatever size hole I want in these polymer clay beads. So, okay, the other side of this necklace should, and I'm saying should, go much more quickly than the other side did. So, sorry, I'm tangled up in my microphone. It's a hot mess. All right. I don't know if you guys knew I used a microphone, but I went back and actually watched one of my old videos today and I couldn't hear me. So I'm glad I've gotten the microphone. All right, so I'm gonna place that there so I can see my pattern, and this should go much more smoothly. Yeah, I'm definitely having allergy issues right now. My nose is itching. I'm sure you guys want to hear that. So, let me go, guys. Let me know what you think about these beads. They were a lot of work to make, but they're so much fun. I have them in a couple different colors, and I saw the other color, one of the other colors I have them in today, and I was like, oh, I should make a bracelet with those, and then. So the inspiration challenge is working, because here I'm making a piece and I'm already thinking about my next piece, which has not been the case for the last 3 weeks. Although I always have ideas. I just sometimes like the gumption to get out there and start messing up your beads and taking things apart and working with them. The motivation isn't always there. And then we skipped the melons, went straight to this bad boy, and then whoop. Sorry, I've been looking at my hands. I haven't been looking at the camera, and I'm sorry if it was blurry. Okay, so then we have one melon and a bunch of bicones split by melons. Normally, you know what, I'm not going to go grab my, oopsie. Did 2 bicones instead of melon. I'm not gonna go grab my ruler, because I'm just gonna measure this against my neck and see if it falls where I want it to fall, and then we can close it up. All right, so we're gonna triple check to make sure the pattern is correct, because I have absolutely made the mistake before that I didn't check to make sure everything was symmetrical, and guess who missed a bead. All right, so this is so beautiful. I'm sorry you can't see it like perfectly. I almost want to change out the pendant. Like, I don't feel like, even though the pendant does go with it, I feel like the rest of the necklace is too fancy for this pendant. So, but the good thing is I didn't glue the pinch bail, so I can always change that. I'm loving this necklace though. Like, wow, that's making me happy. And I have enough beads to make a matching bracelet. So I'm going to try this on my neck. See if it's long enough. Yep, it's exactly the length. The drop is exactly the length I wanted it to be. It's like right above, it's right below my collarbones. This is so pretty. And so, oops. I'm trying to think if I have a different pendant that I would like to put on here. All right, so I'm gonna do the crimping off of camera because I don't want anybody to judge my crimping. And then I'll be back. Actually, since I'm losing the light, I'm gonna film the rest of this video in the morning and then you'll see it posted. So I'll be back once the light's better. Okay, welcome back. It is morning and I have changed the pendant. I looked at this pendant all night long and I just couldn't do it. However, this morning I did find this ornamental piece that, oh sorry, I moved the camera, from Bargain Bee Box, and I thought about gluing it to the front, which I might still do for a different necklace. I actually really like that. It just still didn't look very good with this necklace. So I went through my stash and one of my artisan pendants really worked out. It was the same green, and I think it really mellows out all the teal in this necklace. So I added it. And I really love how it looks. It's one of my like little monstera leaves. It makes me super happy, and I think it goes a lot better with the rest of the artisan feel of this necklace. So I'll take some pictures. Those are going to get posted to my Instagram and Facebook, and you'll be able to see what this necklace looks like completely instead of balled up in my hands. And I'll probably try and put them at the end of this video too. But I figured I would make a bracelet really quickly out of some of the remaining beads and show you how I made a certain style that I haven't shown you guys before, but it is a memory wire bracelet. So I'm just trying to grab my biggest beads. I only have 4 of these out. Let me see if I have some more of these crystals. I do. I don't know how many I'll need, and I don't know the, oh, I need to grab, I'm making it out of memory wire. So I need to grab my memory wire snips. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I grabbed my memory wire snips. I don't use your regular snips because it will, the memory wire is so hard it will ruin them. If you haven't made one before, make sure you use one of these. I grabbed needle nose pliers. No, round nose. I always get those two mixed up. Round nose pliers. These are old. I mean, old. And which I like using on this because this wire is harder on pliers. I also grabbed a bag of bead caps, but I'm going to need more, I think, than I have available here that we used on the necklace. So let me see how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8. So that would be 4 beads. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I actually don't know if these fit. Sorry guys, if this video is very long, that was the point. So if it's not your cup of tea, that's great. These will actually work. Sorry, these will actually work because they fit. So we're gonna test it out. I mean, nothing tried. That's not how it goes. Nothing, I don't know the name of it. I was gonna say nothing tried, nothing gained, but that's not how that goes. So sorry guys, it's early here. Let me see. I'm just gonna snip a couple of rings because it's going to be a 1 ring bracelet. I am going to clear this from the background because it's very distracting. I will grab the beads as I need them. I don't need any of that stuff, so let's move it out of the way. And I actually will move the camera down because now you don't need to see the bead board. All right, so we're starting off with just a thing of wire. I am going to make 1 loop on the other end. Depending on the neck of the bracelet, I either do the loop going outwards or inwards. For this style bracelet, I'm going to fold under instead of fold out. So oh, there's something on the end. Okay. So just grab it, make a tiny loop inwards. And just tighten that up a little bit. And I'll grab some chain nose pliers and close that up a little bit later. Actually, I'll see if I can do it now because I have to put a spacer and I don't want the spacer to come off. All right, so I'm going to grab one of my melons from last night that we were using. From earlier in the video. Sorry, it's a whole completely different day for me. This is why my other videos are heavily edited, because of the nonsense I say. All right, so we'll put one melon on there just to start the bracelet off. Okay. And I'm going to start with one crystal bicone. And then I'm going to go right into those big honkin' beads because that's going to be the focus of this bracelet. So I think I'll be okay using 4 of the big beads. So I'm going to go with my big bead cap. And then I'm going to choose, since this will be the underside of the bracelet, the bead that I want to use the least. Actually, all of these are really, really nice because sometimes the colors blend together a little bit. I think I'll just grab this one. I actually don't care. And we'll go from there. So then I'll put on another bead cap. And the style I'm going for usually would just have all of these beads, but I don't have enough for an entire bracelet. I'll show you what the look I actually want would have been. It would have just been a bunch of these going around the bracelet. But again, like I said, I don't have enough of these beads, and I could make more, but the point is of this video to actually like use up my stash and be inspired. So then I'm just going to pop in a crystal here. And yes, this is a big bracelet. These are big beads. That's the point. All right. So then next is another one of these beads. Oh, I just love these. Look at it. I'm going to be so happy to wear this. It's not like I have anywhere to go to wear this now because I'm working from home because of the pandemic, but I can fantasize about when I can wear jewelry again. Some days I do put a bracelet on and just work from home wearing a bracelet, but that's between me and my bracelets, I guess. All right. Put another bead on. And I'm just going to keep going until it's big enough for my wrist. And actually, the way I like these bracelets is for them to be bangles, so they're a little bit bigger. And this actually, I might have to go back and add a crystal here instead of this bicone because it doesn't look like it's going to be big enough with just 4, but we're going to try this out. Need another one of these. And this guy. Guys, I made broccoli for dinner last night and my house smells like broccoli and I hate it. I know you really care about something like that, but yeah, it smells awful in here. Okay, so then I'm going to put on another bicone. And then I'm going to put on a melon bead. And then, so here's our bracelet. I'm going to, this looks a little small to me for, even though it's like a wire bracelet. So I'm going to try it on my wrist and then I might cut and put a bigger bead here. So just give one second. Yeah, okay, so let me grab the end here since we're going to be starting all over again. And the beads go flying. That's why you need to grab a bead mat. But we've learned. And so I'm going to take this off. I'm going to restring. I'll be right back. Okay, so that's much better. It fits my wrist better. And then what we're going to do is cut about a little tail here, about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. So just give us enough room for a loop. We don't want this to be too tight because if we get it, if you make one memory wire too tight, then it won't curl correctly. So we kind of just want it to stay in this formation when we're curling our loop. So I'm going to make a cut here. Protect your eyes, or at least hold the wire. on both sides. Okay. All right. My melon fell off. Put that back on. Sorry. Here we go. And then, sorry, is it in frame? Okay. So then we're going to grab the end of our wire and curl like we did at the beginning. And I grabbed that a little too tight because we don't want it to be, again, we don't want it to end up in like a straight line because then we'll be in trouble when we try to use it as an actual bracelet. So as we can see, it's curling. If I wanted to, I could straighten this out or even cut a little bit of that off and recurl it. It's not, I mean, I'm fine. It's very secure. So, I mean, I guess you could wear it like this, but I'm not going to. I'm going to take it to the next level. So, oh, it's so pretty. All right. Let me get out my box of clasps, and it's really only my toggle clasps, which is what you need for this bracelet. Guys, I need to redo all of my organization. I actually saw this organization style because of Wendy. I watched one of her videos and I went to, it's not EC Moore, Harbor Freight, and got a bunch of these boxes when they were on sale. So let's find a clasp that works. On the necklace, I put a heart. I don't think I have any hearts in here. I like these. I always like these. These I think came from Hobby Lobby. And they kind of match how detailed the bracelet and the necklace are. Let me see if I have a heart in here. I'm definitely going to go with that because it matches the bracelet. Or, I mean, sorry, the necklace. What's this? Flowers, stars. I think I even have a cat. No hearts. Well, if I ever find one, I can change it out. We're going to stick with this like little leafy design. And then I have some of my jump rings, guys. Like I said, I need to reorganize everything. Some of my jump rings are here. Some of them are organized by color. It's a whole thing. All right, so I'll grab this little box of jump rings. And I don't have a pair of flat nose pliers, but I'm just going to use my the ends of my crimp tool. Grab my bracelet and a jump ring. I don't know why it's focusing on the background. So we'll grab these two. Sorry. How about I move those out of the way so it can focus. There we go. Not that opening a jump ring is super exciting. So then we'll put the jump ring on the bracelet. And sorry, there's a little hair right here. And then we'll grab the bar. Close that up. Make sure it's flush so it doesn't, sorry. It's hard to do this while I'm in frame. Usually I'm just showing you guys the jewelry I've already made. All right, so there we go. And then we'll do the same on the other side. I'm trying to figure out how, so this won't be backwards. Yeah, we'll go that way. Oh, guys, I really love this set. It's so pretty. It's my favorite. All right, so I'm so excited that I was finally able to use these beads. Okay, so here's our bracelet. Oh my gosh, look how sparkly it is. And it really showcases these handmade beads that I made. So, all right. What do you guys think? Was I too annoying while I was making everything? Oh, okay. So here's the bracelet. And here's our necklace. Isn't that beautiful? I'm so happy. And actually, this actually really works because it looks like a leaf, and I have a leaf on the necklace. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see. There we go. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm super happy with how this turned out. It's all my favorites. I'm going to be wearing this soon. I'm also going to put an extender on here because this actually turned out to be a little bit shorter than I envisioned. It fits perfectly fine, but since this pendant is smaller than the original pendant, it doesn't hang as low. So I want it to hang just a teeny, like literally like an inch lower. So I'll just put a little like jump ring, probably out of these, jump ring chain. Just make a little chain to put on the back. But thank you so much for watching. I am going to include a few photos of the jewelry. Sorry, let me get this out of here. Hanging upright so you guys can see. I have to go figure out how to do that. And then I appreciate everybody who's just subscribed to my channel, who found me through Wendy in our inspiration challenge. And I really appreciate all of those of you who have been here from the beginning. I love talking with you guys, and I'm looking forward to all of the new friendships I'm going to make with the newbies who are just coming to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if you enjoyed this video, because even though it's the inspiration challenge, I've done a couple bead with me videos before, but it's not something I typically do. If you like them, I would be happy to do them with you more often. So thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye. Okay, I thought I'd show you the necklace kind of near one of my plants. Sorry, there's a spot on there. There we go. So there she is. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Somebody's sleepy. She's getting a tummy rub and a back scratch. Her two favorite things on earth. Right, Goldie? Hi, Goldie. Hi. As long as she gets her belly rubs, she is happy. Yeah, you tired. You're always tired.